I would not go out there without backup. There's got to be at least 5 or 6 cop cars deep. Hi guys, this is our nights. I'm Ray. I'm doing a reaction here solo due to the fact that I'm on summer break. I won't have to go back to work till August. The good thing about being a teacher. Most of the guys throughout the week they work, they have jobs, they go to college, so I have opportunity to do some recording in between. This shouldn't interfere too much with our Babylon 5 recordings, which we do on the weekend, because the guys normally, for the most part, we can get together on the weekends. But I have time now, so throughout the week, I want to see if I can do some recordings on my own. I plan on finishing up finally. I know for some people who have been talking about or asking me when I'm going to finish up Generation Kill, that's coming in soon. I'm just 2 episodes away from finishing it up. I have one already recorded. I should put that out soon. And some other stuff that I'm working on as well. But I do want to do some older sci-fi movies, you know, something that takes place before the 70s. Right now we're gonna do War of the Worlds, which I've never seen, and I want to do that. I want to do movies that, again, like older movies, sci-fi that I've never seen before. That, to be honest, I don't know. I'm not sure if the guys are gonna will be able to watch it anyway. So because of, I guess, time constraint. So apart from this video, I want to ask you guys if you have any suggestions for any movies that are sci-fi related, that takes place before the 70s, that are no longer than 2 hours long. You know, a lot easier for me to do an hour and a half or an hour or 90 minutes. It's a lot easier. 2 hours is probably my max. Longer than that would be like, I don't know if I'm gonna do all that. But let's start off with this one. This one here is called War of the Worlds. I think there is some, I'm not sure if this is the movie where Orson Welles, who made like a whole radio a prank that put fear in the hearts of Americans. I want to say this is part of that movie. If I'm wrong, if I'm mistaken, let me know what movie I'm talking about, because I do remember something where they made this fake news broadcast where Earth would be invaded by aliens, and I'm wondering if this is based off this movie, or this is because of this movie, or something else. But I do remember hearing something like that back in the past. Anyway, this is going to be War of the Worlds, 1953. Let's get right to it.
The Second World War involved every continent on the globe, and men turned to science for new devices of warfare, which reached an unparalleled peak in their capacity for destruction.
This movie's not that much after World War II.
The War of the World.
Boom, boom, boom. Well, it feels like it's going to be one of these movies that are based on the world coming to an end because of the atomic age, the fear of nuclear bombs being dropped everywhere. So I wonder if this plays off that fear.
No one would have believed in the middle of the 20th century that human affairs were being watched keenly and closely by intelligences greater than man's.
I feel it's happening right now.
Mars is more than 140 million miles from the sun, and for centuries it has been in the last stages of exhaustion. The inhabitants of this dying planet looked across space with instruments searching for another world to which they could migrate. Their nearest world was giant Jupiter, where there are titanic cliffs.
This is awesome. Look at the way they made these backgrounds for each planet.
It has no air, and the temperature at its equator is that of molten lead.
So the idea is that the Martians are human-like and need everything we need to, like oxygen and so forth.
It did not occur to mankind that a swift fate might be hanging over us, or that from the blackness of outer space we were being scrutinized.
Everybody's seen this.
I'm gonna see. Who's coming?
I would not go. Like, nah, I'm not going. You go ahead. You go check that out. Who's coming with me? I'm going home. Nope. I will be nowhere next to that.
Well, there's some fellas fishing at Pine Summit. I think they're scientists. They probably saw it come down. I'll let them know.
Just some dudes fishing? They might be scientists?
Looks like the fishing was good.
Have some.
Well, I might just do that.
I like this guy.
I'd like to borrow your car and take a look at it in the morning.
We ought to get back. I can fly Bilderbeck down in your plane.
Okay. The insurance is paid up.
They're so laid back. We'll check it out tomorrow. I'll get you a car. We'll go check it out. I would assume there'll probably be like a government agency. I mean, today, I'm not criticizing. I'm just reacting. Like today, if that happened, there'll be maybe some agencies immediately going over there if it's something out of the ordinary. Almost immediately. Some men in black, at least.
Just a little and hold.
Oh my God, you got the kids out there taking pictures.
It'll be a real good attraction for Sunday drivers.
Better than a lion farm or a snake pit. We won't have to feed it.
True Americans. Make some money out of this.
Gonna dig for gold?
You think you're kidding? It's gonna be like having a gold mine in our own backyard.
I'm gonna get a closer look at it.
They're very optimistic, I gotta tell them.
Still pretty darn hot.
I just see this man about to get melted down. He's gonna be the victim number one here.
Did you see it come down?
Yes, I was fishing up in the hills.
Well, you must have caught plenty with all that tackle.
That man can play Clark Kent. There's no doubt in my mind. Dude, guys, run away, all of yous. This man just set it off. I like the way the director is building suspense with this. You know, like I'm sure everybody in the theater was like, or watching it the first time around was like, what is it? What's in it? You know?
Hey! It's moving!
I would have backed up a lot more than this. At least behind the car. Dear Lord, that's heavy. What is that? Oh my God, I will run out of there so fast. Don't ever think of me as brave. Not for anything that came out of the sky. Look at this.
We'd be the first to make contact with him. See?
They'd be in all the papers. We could show them we're friendly, huh? Walk out there with a white flag.
Just because they want to be in the papers. That's so eerie. That's such a scary sound. Oh, that's big. I thought that was like a little antenna or something. I think it's huge.
We're friends. Yeah. Yeah.
I don't want to sound dumb or sound bad, but they were looking for that. They were looking for that.
Hey, look! Look! All the lights in town have gone out.
Wow. So it uses the power sources?
My watch is stopped. Oh, I've got the time.
Even the watch. Mechanical watches that stop too? Okay. Is that an EMP?
Come on. Jeepers, mine ain't working. What is this?
Will an EMP stop a watch?
See that? My watch is magnetized. That's what knocked the phones out, too.
How could it happen to everybody's watch altogether?
Do you have a pocket compass?
Yeah.
Who walks around with that?
Pointing to the gully where that meteor came down.
All right, folks, let me through.
Well, at least the sirens are working. And their lights. I gotta stop thinking that we're in our time. Because I guess maybe people back then, they walk around with a compass in their pockets. I would not go out there without backup. There's got to be at least 5 or 6 cop cars deep. It's time to call the military, guys.
What? Hey, look at the car.
Oof.
Where are the 3 men you left out here?
Yeah, they're Ash. Oh my God, oh my God. I was just joking.
People in town started to follow us. Don't let them come anywhere near here.
Yo, you better run. Joe, take off. Oh, he left him. Yeah. Golly.
Better get word to the authorities. Look.
Oh, no, another one.
You better get word to the military.
Yeah.
You're going to need them out here.
So this is the 50s. So I'm going to assume that we're like, well, he mentioned in the beginning, I guess, already in World War II. So we have a nuke if we want to launch a nuke, which probably won't even do anything to these guys.
Their veins might be distended.
Their senses could be quite different from ours, of course. They may, for instance, be able to smell colors.
Smell colors?
They're probably controlled by jets after they enter our atmosphere and navigated by some form of gyroscopic mechanism.
It's a lot of hypothesis without having to look at the actual vehicle being it. Oh boy. We're going to shoot that plane down. Yo.
Looks like they're going to come out of that gully pretty soon. We'll have to rush our defenses to be ready when they do.
You're going to need plenty of reinforcements.
We'll get them.
Yeah, they're already attacking. You guys should be launching, like, lobbing bombs over there. With some heavy artillery. A lot of manpower. And, like, just one tank. A lot of foot soldiers.
There's one, there's the other. Here we are right between them.
Great.
So is the town.
A crossfire.
I warned them to be ready if they have to evacuate.
They should have been evacuated.
You've deployed your forces well.
Thank you, sir. If they start anything, we can blast them right off the earth.
I'm just saying, what are they waiting for, honestly? Because they've been attacking. They're getting news there's a massacre going on. What are they trying to... what are they trying to get here? They've been hostile since they landed. Before we know, they could be powering up. We seen one weapon. They probably got more than one weapon. Oh my God, they're flying. Were they building this ship or something? Or just, yeah, I think they were powering up. They gave it too much time. These effects look very good.
All command posts stand by to fire.
Take it out. Look at the pieces afterwards.
Shooting's no good.
It's always been a good persuader.
Shouldn't you try to communicate with them first?
We did that already. We sent 3 guys out there with white flags. I got a feeling we're not going to make a dent in these things once we start attacking.
No real attempt has been made to communicate with them, you know.
Are you going to go try to talk to them? No, don't go. Don't go out. Oh, boy. Okay. These are 3 that came out of that one meteor? It's crazy. Oh, my God.
Though I walk through the valley of the shadow of death, I will fear no evil.
I mean, I give it to him. Yeah. Wow. Oh, they got shields. All right, we're lighting them up, but they got shields. Yeah. Run away. Flee. It's awesome. Look at these shots. These shots are amazing. Even the sound effects. You guys are in range. I gotta. Oh boy. You guys ain't doing nothing. God, scorch marks. We have no defense for this.
Hold him as long as you can.
Hold them? Hold them as long as you can? They're not holding anything. Jesus. Wow, look at this. We are getting wiped out. Dude, the amount of the life lost right now is crazy. And we've made no dent.
Everybody!
Oh, woo, that looked cool. That was cool. What was the budget for this movie? Dude, they got rocked. They should have shot when they had the opportunity. I think waiting as long as they waited let them power up.
Dr. Forrester believes they generate atomic force without the heavy screening we use. That's where they get the power for their rays.
And that's still an assumption. We're not even sure that's true or not. How are they gonna beat this? Like, I'm gonna assume by the end of the movie somehow we took them out, but then they're taking out the horses too, and the deer. For an alien race that wants to make this home, they are being quite destructive and taking out, what I would assume would be resources at this point. Dude, get the hell out of there. Oh my God. What the hell? Dude, they just keep landing. Are they still in the house? In the farm? Oh my God. Dude, the house, the barn got taken out, the whole farm.
They're right outside. Several of them came down together.
How many? All I can think of is that this, unless they have some type of hive mind, if these things work independently of each other, they're screwed. I'm trying to think the reality of this. If I was in this situation, or anyone for this situation, the house might be collapsing any minute now. The rest of it, look, what are you doing? Oh my God! It's looking at the house. Oh, that's cool. Oh, that's very cool. What was that? What was that? No. What was that?
We're right in a nest of them. I've got to get a good look at them.
Why? Why do you have to take a look at it? What are you doing? Dude, I think I will punch him. Like, I will try and knock the scientist out. So you're mad. You're crazy. He's a mad scientist. She's dead. You're dead. Oh my God. Oh my God. Dude, they know now what you're gonna do. They know you're in there, they're gonna be hostile. You knocked off the camera, probably expensive camera too. What is that? Dude, the suspense, the tension this movie gives is phenomenal. It's 1953, and I'm over here nervous. Oh my God! You got a gun? Oh, they got a gun. Look at this thing. Why did he do it? What the hell? Did you hear that scream? Dude, they're gonna come out like 10 deep now.
Government of India, driven from New Delhi, met in a railroad coach, while massive Hindu populations streamed for the imagined safety of the faraway Himalayas.
The imagined safety.
These battalions and Bolivians worked and fought furiously.
And nothing.
The Martians burned fields and forests, and great cities fell before them. Huge populations were driven from their homes. The stream of flak rose swiftly to a torrent.
Did they war footage or something?
Beginning of the rout of civilization, of the massacre of humanity.
That's not even an understatement. They are being massacred, for sure.
Half of Europe, as all communication was disrupted. When the last...
Wow, look at that. That's crazy.
The people of Britain met the invaders magnificently, but it was unavailing.
They got wiped out.
North to west, 31.
Wow. Are those all ships? Or those jets? Wow, this is crazy, bro. I mean, we are getting wiped out. I wonder, though, if the footage we just finished watching, are those actual footage from the war, from World War II or World War I for that matter? Of course, not the Eiffel Tower. That was definitely didn't happen, but still.
There's only one thing that'll stop the Martians. We've held back because of the danger of radiation to civilians.
A nuke.
Blood of a Martian.
I don't remember ever seeing blood.
Give us smallpox.
They may be mental giants, but by our standards, physically, they must be very primitive.
Dude, create some type of disease that will make it a gas.
Whether we live or die may depend on what happens here.
Attention, please. 4 minutes to bomb time.
All these people outside to look at this bomb drop?
Remember, the heat flash and concussion that follow are dangerous.
I wonder how many people died before they realized that, oh yeah, that heat from the A-bomb, that'll kill you.
3, 2, 1.
You guys are crazy. All of you, yeah. You know, it's making me think about the new Oppenheimer film coming out, which I want to see. Look at this. It's madness. If they survive this, it's over. It did nothing to them.
They haven't even been touched!
Golly.
Guns, tanks, bombs, they're like toys against them.
It'll end only one way. We're beaten. Our best hope lies in what you people can develop to help us.
I think the best evidence they have will be the blood, right? And they can probably do something that'll affect them through the air.
Search out some weakness in the Martians.
Forlorn hope. There is a chance.
We may get a lead from that anemic blood.
You know, some syphilis or something. Let's see how well they can handle COVID. Well, at least traffic is moving. You know, every time you see like a disaster movie, there's always like gridlock. They can't move. It's if they can't stop these aliens, even when they find shelter, I mean, that might not do anything for them. The shelter in the hill. And what's the shelter? Are they bunkers? That's a lot of people. How are you gonna? This is so. Look at that line. They might be heading over to their deaths right now.
Get in the school bus. Sylvia will drive you.
Is this the first movie where it showed an alien aggressor like this against the planet? Because if it is, excellent job. And I can see how this movie influenced other movies of its kind. If not the story, maybe some shows. There's probably some people left behind like, yeah, I was born here and I'll die here. I'm not going nowhere.
Let me out. Get up, Buster. I'll give you $500 for the place. I'll make it 1,000. Money's no good anymore, man.
Yep. Yep.
Here comes another truck.
That's a lot of money.
Pull that guy off there.
Yeah. Golly.
They've got to be stopped. Those instruments.
Can you imagine?
They're our only chance.
They're screwed. They probably should have had some better, protected that a little better. Golly, look what they've done. Says a lot about humanity, doesn't it? We destroyed our only chance.
Hold they cut their own throats! Nuts, come on, jump in.
How are they going to handle this? At the church. You got equipment there, maybe? A lot of religious symbolism in this movie.
From the terror that soon will knock upon the very door of this thy house.
It's got to be frightening for these people here. They couldn't make it to the hills.
We pray thee, grant us the miracle of thy divine intervention.
Look at the destruction they're causing. I mean, oh, golly. What happened? What happened? What happened? This is even more scary. They just allow. Well, no. Are they dying? That looks really good. That practical effect. What is happening? Okay, I'm at a loss.
It's dead.
How would you know? What happened?
We were all praying for a miracle.
The Martians had no resistance to the bacteria in our atmosphere to which we have long since become immune.
Ah.
All over the world, their machines began to stop and fall. The Martians were destroyed and humanity was saved by the littlest thing which God in his wisdom had put upon this earth.
What? That's okay. Wow, but okay. All right, let me let me gather my thoughts here, because that ending was weird. That was I don't know how I feel about that ending. We were lost. We were at a loss. Huh. And they seem to be implying that our prayers, a miracle, we got a miracle out of it. Huh. Give me a second. I'll be right back. Let me gather my thoughts here just a little bit. All right, I'm back. All right. First of all, the movie was stunning. Beautiful movie. The special effects, the sound effects, it was constantly striking fear in you. I was really nervous. Like, there was parts of this movie where I really felt nervous, and I was on the edge of my seat because of what was going on when I was on screen. The acting was superb. I really liked the acting. The story, I mean, we really were at the end of the ropes. You know, there was nothing they can do. We were about to get wiped out. And then it was that their physicality cannot handle the microbes that we have in our air and our body that we've built immune systems for. It killed them. It took them out. That was interesting. You know, an interesting threat. I mean, excuse me. Reminiscence of what happened when the conquistadors came over to the New World, and the native of the land were dying from smallpox, which I mentioned earlier. I said smallpox, but I was saying it as a joke. Figure something like that. They alluded to that at the very beginning, talking about their anemic, very primitive. They were making that. That's the connection. That their physicality was very primitive to our own, because we had built immune systems that they did not have. I didn't think that was going to end them. I didn't think that. I thought we were going to. I thought the nuke might have worked. I don't know what technology they ended up building afterward that they seem to have lost. Once that happened, I thought it was over. I thought they weren't going to make it. So it's clever. It's clever in the sense that they cannot survive being out here. But you would think, no, they came out naked. They came out, they didn't have any gear to breathe the air or anything like that, or any type of filter. That is quite interesting. I was expecting more of a combative type of ending, you know, that we found some weapon somehow, even if it was a biological weapon, which I guess it was a biological weapon, but it was just our natural habitat that killed them. You know, after a while, they couldn't inhabit that planet, our planet. But I was not expecting this type of ending. I really thought that they were gonna take them out somehow. A lot of religious undertones here. You know, I guess the fact that they didn't have the immunity we have, it was gonna link up to the fact that everybody was praying, because they went to like 4 different churches. The scientists went to like 4 different churches towards the end of the movie, implying that everyone was praying, and that the collective prayers made this happen. Which I can see this being a great story for the 50s. I don't know how well that will go today with people, that we took out a threat through prayer. Though there is a scientific element that it was the microbes that took them out. But it would have been nicer, I think, had we seen the effects of this early on and not just drop it at the end. Almost feels like I don't want to criticize the movie, because I really didn't like this movie, but it almost feels like a lazy ending to me. You know, like they could have done more. I didn't read the book, so I don't know if it's how faithful this is to the book itself. I don't know. The ending just kind of, I don't say it rubbed me the wrong way. It was unexpected. I didn't expect this type of ending. And I don't know if after all the action and the special effects and these ships and you saw the military flying back and forth. I mean, I guess that could have been the fact that we had everything we had and we threw everything at them, it still didn't work. But somehow we survived. We should not have survived that. There was no way we should have survived that. And what makes them think that these guys would not return once they find a way to overcome that? Like a sequel to this World War II, and we found a way to bypass this, your air. And now we're screwed. All in all, I thought this movie was spectacular. The visuals were gorgeous. I just thought that was amazing. It looked like they had a big budget for this movie too. The explosions, the cars on fire, the actors on fire. It was violent. This was a violent movie. People were dying, and some in a very violent way. The first 3 victims were turned to ash from the light. I was not expecting to see such a physically violent movie as I saw now. I guess is what left me also on the edge of my seat, because I was nervous. I was like, what are they going to do? And these guys, they seem to be not immortal, but we couldn't touch them. They seem to be oblivious to whatever we threw at them. Bombs, grenades, bazookas, nukes. They're like nothing. And I kind of hinted earlier to throw some kind of gas, which we could have we probably still could have done. Maybe some type of mustard gas in that area probably would have been enough too. But we went to what naturally progressed that slowly ate them up, disease. Wow. And the more I think about it, the more I'm realizing that's pretty brilliant too, right? That's kind of smart how that came to be. I just don't, I think it's brilliant. What I find the trouble is how they portrayed it in the movie. It would have been great had we seen some type of deterioration from the beginning. Maybe early on we see one ship hit the ground and the other ships are like, what the hell? What's going on? Not all of them all at the same time. Or we would have heard something on the radio, like in France. Oh, these ships are coming down. Yeah, like they could have. I think they could have done more with it. I think they could have done a little bit more with it. I won't say the missed opportunity. I think the more I think about it, I think it's pretty brilliant. The fact that it was their immune system that took them out, and not because we just got lucky, or we had a miracle because of all the prayers that we were doing. Very interesting indeed. I wonder the author, how religious was he? It's a good mixture of religion and sci-fi, which most people, find that hard to swallow as sometimes, when it comes to religion of this planet of our world, And it was, by the way, it was also like it was all Christian based, and it wasn't religion anyway. I guess an American movie, which is why I wonder how that will fly today. Like if that thought itself will be considered propaganda for religions because of the way we have so many faiths nowadays here, And by the way, I'm not knocking Christianity. I'm just wondering again, and it came out to, I haven't seen the Tom Cruise version, so I wonder if that's how they say, if it was the same ending. That'll be interesting. I should probably go check that out, But still, going back to what I was saying, the special effects were phenomenal. The way these ships, these little machines, the way they look, even the camera, the head, I thought that was great. It was scary. When we had our first appearance of the alien, that was frightening. That really was frightening, I couldn't imagine the movie theater, people were screaming, like popcorn had been flying somewhere. It had an effect just to see what was going on. And the tension it built up early on in the movie was real. Like I was tensed up, that the thing landed. People, let's go check this out. I was like, don't go there, don't go. I felt that this is crazy. But that's because of what we know now. It did a good job of building tension. It built a good job of building suspense. I don't know if this director or the writers made other movies. This is a Paramount film. I know that, but it was well done. It was visually and aesthetically, and the audio was really good. I mean, it was like you can hear the sound effects of the rays was pretty scary at times. Right? Okay, I'm trying to get my mouse to work. It is not working here. Well, we'll continue because I wanted to look up. I'll look it up here. The name of the some of the actors here. Let's see here, because some of them look quite familiar, and I may be wrong. Let's see here, the cast. Okay, Gene Barry. Should I know that name, Gene Barry? He's the doctor, Dr. Forrester. Then Anne Robinson. Okay, well, maybe not. Maybe I don't know these names. Maybe I've seen them somewhere else in other movies and whatnot. But they were great. They were really good, I wonder how big of a hit this was. Was this a huge hit? Like, does this make money? Was this like again? And going back to my original question, was this the movie that was done by Orson Welles, where he made that radio commercial and frightened people? Well done. This had to be amazing to watch in the movie theaters back in the day, because this was not a B movie for sure. This is definitely like a AAA type movie. That it was just mind blowing. I mean, here we are, 70 years later to the 53 to 2023. 70 years later, this movie was really, really good. It was, to this day, I really felt on edge of my seat. Very action packed for the 90 minutes this movie ran. So I highly recommend, if you have not seen this movie, to go check this movie out. This was great. I'm glad that I'm taking this step to go watch some older sci-fi movies, and this was definitely a good way to start off. Wow, this is good. War of the Worlds. I am looking forward to seeing some more in this journey. Well, anyway, guys, if you like what I'm doing, please hit the subscribe button, hit the like button. This was definitely a journey to watch it from beginning to end, what it was and how beautiful this movie was shot. Please leave your comments in the comments section. I want to know what you guys think. Did you see this movie when you saw this movie? Did you see in the theater? Did you watch this recently? Maybe a lot old later on in life? What you think of this movie? What you think of the significance this movie holds? If you know any backstories, any history, or anything about the filming of this movie, please let me know. I'd like to know what you think and what you know. This was a lot of fun to watch. I really did enjoy this movie and looking forward to watching some more movies like this. Again, guys, this was War of the World 1953. Appreciate you guys hanging out with us. Listen, I am Ray. This is R9. I'll see you soon. Take care.